Best workout for women over 40. Strength training basics. Are you still relying on cardio as your main workout? If you're a woman over 40, it's time for a reset. Strength training is the single most powerful exercise for your body, your metabolism, and even your brain. And the best part, you don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment to get started. I'm Dr. Rebecca Hertel, board-certified osteopathic family medicine physician and a menopause specialist, and I help women thrive through perimenopause and menopause. I've seen women completely transform their health after adding strength training, not just their bodies, but their energy as well, their confidence, and ultimately their longevity. So today, I'll break down why strength training is so important after 40, the basics you need to know, and simple moves that you can start today. Why strength training matters after 40. Muscle equals metabolism. Muscle burns calories even at rest. The more you have, the easier it is to maintain a healthy weight. As we age, we tend to replace muscle with adipose tissue or fat tissue. That's part of aging. So when women come to me and say, listen, I haven't changed anything. I still eat the same. I still work out the same, but the scale is not moving or I'm gaining. And a lot of the reason is because they're aging. And as we age, something called sarcopenia happens, which is a decrease in muscle mass, just part of aging alone. Now, in order to help slow this down, resistance training is of utmost importance because we know that fat muscle is metabolically more active than fat. So two people at the same weight, one is more muscle than the other, this person is going to burn more at rest. Protect your bones. We know that estrogen decline increases osteoporosis risk because as we age, we have more bone loss than bone building because of estrogen decline. And lifting helps strengthen those bones. Jump training, lifting, all of those help stimulate bone growth, improve balance and posture. Strength training also reduces the risks of falls and keeps you moving confidently. It's really important, along with their strength training, that you make sure that your flexibility and that your balance is worked on. So, for example, what I tell a lot of my women, while you're brushing your teeth, stand on one foot. You can put one finger on the counter if you need a little bit of help. Or when you're lifting, you can do things with one foot. Or take just a couple minutes and do some balance exercises on one foot. You can do yoga, you can do Pilates. Those can help as well. Boost mood and brain health. Exercise releases endorphins that supports cognition. We know that the best way to help prevent Alzheimer's disease is to keep a physically active body. This is very, very important for your mood and for your brain. So, what are some beginner-friendly moves? Squat. These are really easy. They can use your body weight to start, and then you can add dumbbells, kettlebells. You can add resistant bands to boost up that workout a little bit more. Push-ups. You can start with wall push-ups or incline push-ups if you're new to the push-up game. From there, you can increase your push-ups with doing a medicine ball, doing it with one hand. There's multiple ways to level up your push-up game. Rows. You can do rows with resistant bands or with dumbbells or with kettlebells. You can also do them with cable column as well. Then let's talk about planks. Start with something easy, a 20, 30-second plank, and then build your way up. How should you start? Well, aim for 2 to 3 sessions per week. I like to have 4 strength training sessions a week, but I would be happy even if we start out with 1. We have to start somewhere and then build yourself up. And listen, it doesn't have to be all day. It doesn't need to be an hour or 2 hours. You don't need to spend hours in the gym or at home. 20 to 30 minutes is enough. And I personally don't mix my cardio and my weight sessions. Make sure that you are focusing on form, not heavy weights at first. I want you to do them correctly first so that you decrease your risk of injury. And then you can start increasing your resistance or your weight. And make sure that I would rather see you rep out at 4, 6, maybe even 8 than at 15 reps where you're going to get bored. So if you can rep out 8 to 10, 13, 14 really easy, then boost up your weight. 1 pound, 5 pounds, anything that you can do just to level up a little bit. Make sure that you're resting between workouts. Recovery builds strength. Your body needs that time to recover. You need to make sure you're hydrating. You need to make sure that you're sleeping well because that's when your body recovers, is when you're sleeping. So let's talk about some myth busting. Lifting makes women bulky. I personally like to look at some muscle, but I'm not bulky. And I lift 40 days a week. So women don't have enough testosterone for that big bulkiness that most are referring to. How about myth number 2? I have to spend hours at the gym. No, listen, short, consistent beats long and rare. So make sure that you're going. And like I said, 20 to 30 minutes, even if you have 15 minutes, I'd rather see you do that than worry about spending a long time in the gym. You don't need to do that. You can even start just doing this at home with some bands off Amazon. Very easy. For example, patient of mine, late 50s, never touched a dumbbell. We started with body weight moves and resistant bands. Within months, she felt stronger, posture improved, and every day she noticed a change in everyday tasks like carrying groceries, all of those important things that we take advantage, getting in and out of the car, going up and down the stairs, carrying your groceries in and out, even getting up from a chair. So in summary, strength training is truly the closest thing we have to a longevity prescription, right? Along with your clean eating and hydration and sleep. It supports your bones, that metabolism, and your self-confidence. And remember, you don't have to be a gym rat to see results. You just have to start. Taking that first step is the most important. So if you're ready to feel stronger in midlife, make sure you hit subscribe and check out my video on boosting your metabolism after 40. It pairs perfectly with strength training and will help you take your results even further.